I'm actually standing on Billionaire's Row, like this is the actual street. It's 57th Street, and I wanted to show you what it would be like to walk from the street all the way up to this penthouse in one take. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Wipe our shoes off, of course. Oh, this is actually pretty sweet. Check this out, Blake. So right as you walk in, there's a water feature just cascading down Serenity. So immediately with sound, here, let's head inside. A big feature that I've noticed in a lot of these high-end buildings is the use of sound to bring you into the building. So like on the street, you heard how loud it was, obviously, and you walk in and immediately you hear the sound of a waterfall. So this is the lobby. Good morning, guys. We're going to 127.
Got it.
Awesome, thank you. This is pretty sweet. Automatic doors open up, which leads you to the elevators. And then this is package and mail room off to the right here. Just get a little peek of this. So they say that these elevators are actually so fast. We're gonna go from number 1 to 127 in 60 seconds.
127 floor.
So here we are. Right off of the elevator, you have a landing before you enter the apartment with, what is that, 1, 2, 3, and I believe there's actually more. Yeah, let's look back here as well. There's actually also a service elevator back this way. So that's what, 4 elevators to get you up or down. And this is pretty sweet. Right before you enter, you have 127 right here. This is the only penthouse on this floor. And then right as you come off the elevator landing, another little entry area. And are you ready for this? Wow, look at the light. Come on in. So I'm gonna show you the view in a second, but first, I wanna say what's up and good morning to a buddy of mine who I actually met this morning. These are the real heroes of New York City out here. Yo, what's up, Dylan?
Hey, what's up?
You wanna be in the YouTube video really quick? And he's actually washing the windows right now for the tower. What is your favorite part about this job?
No one can beat this view, especially in New York City.
Let me ask you though, do you ever get afraid?
I mean, sometimes I'll get nervous, but especially when it's windy, you get a little like chill down your spine.
When it gets windy?
Yeah, but after that, you just get used to it.
That's the thing I love about New York City is the fact that we are up in, it's one of the most expensive, I think it's actually the most expensive listing in the whole city right now. And to just open the window and have a chat with another New Yorker washing the windows, pretty crazy. But damn, could you imagine that? Like, can we get another look at that real quick? I won't even lie. The first time I came up here this morning, just being in this building alone, it's high. And if you're afraid of heights, you know, you're gonna feel that. But could you imagine being strapped in to a metal cart on the side of this building? Whew, my heart's already pumping thinking about it. But anyway, let's show you this apartment now, huh? For reference, right out of the front door, this is the observatory here in the penthouse and front and center Central Park. The highest view of Central Park in the city. It is actually higher than the observation decks in the city. The summer observation deck, the edge at Hudson Yards, this is higher by a lot. So these are your views, and you have the entire city. I believe you can see on a clear day to Connecticut, 50 miles away. It's pretty outrageous. I can even see my apartment from here. But out of the observatory, you have the executive office, which the staging, immaculate. I like this built-in right here, desk front and center. Again, could you imagine sitting at this desk, looking over to your left and seeing Central Park? There's something else. I like here also how they have pocket doors to really utilize the space here, even though that's not quite an issue when you have a place this big. There's a cool powder room off of the office, and this is honey onyx. Inlaid in between the onyx, we have stainless steel, floating toilet, floating vanity, all around the finishes you're gonna see, like I mentioned. I don't really have to go into detail too much, more just to feel the space. For reference, the front door, and this is the wow factor. This is the Grand Salon. This is 40 foot long with views to the north, the east, and the south. Facing north, right dead center, you got Central Park, all of the Upper West Side. We've got the Hudson River on the left, George Washington way in the distance. Then you have all the Upper East Side, Harlem, the Bronx, and again, Connecticut on a clear day. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, there's not many adjectives that one can really cycle through to describe this place. And then if we make our way to the east, this is actually where it gets crazy. So we are higher than the other towers on Billionaire's Row. We are above them. I came here at sunrise, and watching the sun come up over Long Island was one of the most euphoric, peaceful moments of my life. And to have the pleasure of sharing it with you, because what we're doing right now, it's normalized because it's on YouTube so common, but we're showing you something that 0.00001% of the world will ever get to see. And I also want to point out the staging is so well done because when the apartment is based around the views, you typically want to have low furniture. And as you can see, like if I sit down, the seat is actually lower than my knees here. So the furniture is kind of out of the way, utilizing the views. Again, eastern views, you can even see the East River, and then the southern views here where you have everything. Like you could, check this out, Blake. You could watch the ball drop from your Grand Salon. Like that's Times Square right there. And then you even have Empire State Building, which we are above. We're higher than the spire of the Empire State Building. But off of the Grand Salon, we have your formal dining room with seating for 16. I want to point out a few details, like the columns are actually wrapped in this fabric that, look how it shimmers on the light here. It definitely softens the space and gives it almost an ethereal, just dreamlike quality. And then that same fabric's all over the walls. And then again, massive table here, seating for 16. And then those southern views. You see the whole city. I would point out each individual building, but you see everything. So off of your dining room, we have a pocket door for some privacy and utilizing space that leads you into the kitchen, which has this beautiful smoked eucalyptus all on the cabinetry here. I love the breakfast bar, trough sink here, and I want to mention that this kitchen is for the chef. Like if you're living here, you're probably not cooking. You're also right on 57th Street. Some of the best restaurants in the world are right at your doorstep. And overall, I'm actually a fan of this kitchen, especially I love this eucalyptus. Let's pop this guy open. Yeah, look at these guys. Just big Miele refrigerator freezers. Down below us, ooh yeah, freezer drawer, 2 of them. What do we have here? More Miele, the whole suite of appliances is Miele. Let's actually look at this cooktop. Look at that, it's an actual grill. I even just noticed this, look, there's metal inlaid to the marble on the countertop, which matches the handles. At this price point, all the finishes are what you would expect. That's the top of the top. Speaking of, this is your breakfast room. You've got floor-to-ceiling glass windows. We're now facing west, and this room at sunset with the light flooding in. Corner views. So this is technically the service hallway. So in a house like this, you would probably have people who are running it. So this would be, let me get some lights on. This would be, I guess, the staff quarters. Decent sized bedroom with a hell of a view of the Hudson River and your sunsets. And this isn't staged, but you can imagine. And it even has an ensuite bathroom. Beautiful finishes in there. So out of your nanny suite, this hallway, I'll let you go first, Blake. This hallway connects back around to where we started, coming off the elevator. Back to the entry gallery hallway, where right in front of me This is currently just staged as a little hangout room slash TV room. And again, this would be the TV room because you're not gonna put a TV in the ballroom. So this would be your TV room right here. And again, it's a corner room. So you've got views to the west and then to the north with all of Central Park right there. And again, the ceiling height's in here, 14.5 feet, pretty high. So back out to the gallery hallway. At the very end, this is your palatial floating staircase in the house. And just check this out. There's a little midway stopping point here. Look at that view of Central Park in this staircase and the Hudson River. Palatial is the best word I could use to describe this because you feel very real going up a staircase like this. And the view from the top. Again, the house is 11,500 square feet, just a little bit over, and there are 8 bedrooms, and this is technically the guest bedroom wing. This is actually in-house elevator, so between the 2 floors of this duplex penthouse, you have your own elevator. And this is the guest bedroom wing. We'll do a quick little bedroom count. So here's the first one, bedroom number 1. Not staged, but again, just for perspective, 14.5 foot high ceilings, western views. I believe this is a closet, yeah? Closet space right there. For a guest bedroom though, it's pretty decent size. Ensuite bathroom. I actually like that a lot, the tile mosaic on the back there. Another connecting hallway if you want to go this way. This is guest bedroom number 2. It's a mirror image of the one on the other side. And then again, ensuite bathroom. Let's just check out this really quick. Again, even in the guest rooms, the finishes are the top of the top. Look at the shower. This one though is actually my favorite. So now we're technically above the breakfast room, and just look at the light in this space. And it's still pretty early in the morning, so the sun's still in the east, but you can imagine sunset in this room. Whew. I'll be taking this guest bedroom. And then ensuite bathroom. So it's kind of interesting how it is separated from the main part of the house. This guest little wing here, I can get the door for you. And then now we're back where we started, off the stairwell. Right off of the stair and the landing in front of me, this could also be another bedroom. It's staged as an office. I mean, would you ever get any work done? I mean, maybe if you're a writer or something, with that as your view, your inspiration, pretty special. So I want to thank the sponsor of this week's episode, BetterHelp. And in doing so, I wanted to share something from my own personal journey working with a therapist. So the thing about therapy, a lot of times when someone hears the word therapist, they think, oh, something's wrong. I need to see a therapist because this is wrong or that's wrong. But that's the farthest from the truth. Knowing thyself is the ultimate power one can achieve in this life. Knowing why you react to certain things how you do, knowing things that set you off. The incredible thing about therapy is that if you do find that right person, that right therapist, you can unlock your greatest superpowers, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is the largest online platform for telehealth therapy, meaning it's all virtual, none of it's in person, it's through the phone. Therapy, like I've mentioned, is a lot like dating. You're gonna try out a few therapists before you find the right one, and that can sometimes be discouraging, but you just have to know that when you do find that person that you feel comfortable, who has the wisdom, the development and knowledge, who aligns with what you're looking to achieve, the results can be quite astounding. BetterHelp's given us a code for a discount, which I've linked down below in the description. Again, BetterHelp, thank you for sponsoring this episode. And if you are watching this, see a therapist. Even if there's nothing wrong in your life, there's always value in talking to someone who's not gonna judge you. That's betterhelp.com/ERIK. Now back to the tour. This is the final of 7 guest bedrooms, and off to my left, this is the owner's wing of the duplex penthouse. We'll take a look at this. Check out this bathroom. Marble, book matched everywhere on the floors and the walls, with a soaking tub, with a prime view of the park and Upper West Side. And then in the shower behind me, you've got the light stone in there with the glass going to the ceiling, steam shower. Obviously a huge size, and then everything's built into the ceiling. And if it wasn't enough, So you have your bath with the park views. Across the hallway, you've got another bathroom with an even larger steam shower. Look at this one. For scale, look at this thing. Like, it's actually huge. Like, these are probably in here 12-foot ceilings. And again, I really like the use of the dark marble. It gives it a bit of an edge. And then the vanity, it's all just your built-ins here for storage and your mirrors. I've got to show this. The smart spraying heating cooling toilet. That's like the hallmark of a billionaire's row apartment, is having the toilet that'll do everything for you. So then leading out into the hallway, this is the closet space. And I have definitely toured apartments that are this big on my channel. And again, this whole thing is left blank because this will be built out and customized however the owner wants it. And again, not one, but two. This would be the smaller of the two, still huge. So for reference, in this space, you have an apartment-sized closet. But behind these two doors, wait till you see the owner's bedroom. I feel like you walk in here and you just get more relaxed. We are facing northeast, specifically having this window here and the design of the building, how we jut out the sunrise from this bedroom. Could you imagine waking up to this? You know, these videos are fun for me because it is motivating to see just, in my idea, it's not so much the crazy price point, but seeing an architect's vision and the design that goes in this building. And for that $150 million price point, you get a lot, but there's still even more in the building as far as amenities, which we're gonna check out right now because they are white glove, world-class amenities. We're now at the fitness and wellness floor, and in a building like this, like I mentioned, the residents who live here are used to the best of everything. So of course, your fitness and wellness floor is not gonna be anything short of that. For instance, you've got IV drip therapy. Literally anything you want, and they gave us the keys to the castle, so let's check out this floor. First things first, behind this gold wall here is your fitness center. And this is a top tier gym. Everything, every piece of equipment you could ever want right here. You've got the squat rack, kettlebells, free weights, treadmills. You've got the mirror on the far wall here. And if you go this way towards the window, we're facing 57th Street. And if you look down, that's a 63-foot outdoor lap pool, which we're gonna head down there in a second. But just for perspective, this has everything. And most of the residents who do live here have their personal trainers actually come to this space to work with them in their home. So like I mentioned, you don't really have to leave Central Park Tower. It's kind of insane. So leaving the exercise room, you've got a little setup here with some towels and water. And making our way to the right, this is your squash court, and it's also a half basketball court. And for perspective, we've got pretty close, I'd say that's 30 foot for ceiling heights in here. So huge ceilings. And overall, it just has a very clean and elevated feeling. Also, the smells in here, fantastic. They've got diffusers everywhere throughout the entire building. You can't experience that, but I'm letting you know it smells really good in here. So this hallway has your treatment / massage room in here. And there's also, look at this, there's a salon. So you would have your barber, someone come cut your hair here. You've got your massage beds and a huge soaking tub overlooking the city. So on top of the apartment we just saw, you have this as well. Out of your massage room, this is your indoor pool. Come on in. We got marble everywhere, cool tile mosaic on the ceiling. And now we are facing, actually, oh, look at the sun coming up. You actually have a little bit of a Central Park view too, like the tops of the trees. And even if you look at the actual inlay of the pool, there's a sweet tile mosaic there and up on the ceiling. And this would be perfect for the winter when it's freezing in New York. It does get really cold. I believe that outdoor pool most likely is heated, but if you want the option to train indoors, you've got this here. And then at the end, got your jacuzzi hot tub. But overall, such a sleek design. Definitely jaw-dropping, like when you first enter this room. Wow. And then back to the main reception desk. You've got a little lounge off to the side here. And this is actually onyx on all the walls. I think that always elevates a space when there's onyx on the walls. And if you follow me, this is the men's locker room. To give you a sense of what it would be like to actually be living on Billionaire's Row. So this is the locker room. You've got built-in lockers here with the keypads built in here. These are all water closets. I believe shower is here. Take a look in there. It's a little steam shower. And then right across from the sauna. Take a peek in there. Then right out of your sauna, this actually hooks around to the pool. So just another look at the pool really quick. I wanted to show this again just because I'm a swimmer and I could not imagine waking up every morning, taking the elevator down and having this all to yourself. This is next level. So we're now on the 100th floor heading into 10 Cubed, which is actually a restaurant in Central Park Tower. And what I'm about to show you is the highest ballroom in New York City. So on top of all the other amenities, you have a restaurant and a ballroom in this tower. This can be rented out for weddings, events. Let's actually walk the whole length. So this is essentially the mirror image of the great room in the unit that we're filming. And now we're down, I said we're down. We're still very high in the sky, 100 floors up, but we're not as high. So the buildings are a bit closer to eye level rather than above them. But here, check out that view downtown. And then you have this wall paneling here with this wood. The ceiling's also pretty sweet. It's like a modern look on like coffered ceilings. Damn. It's crazy. It's something about being this high up and being a New Yorker and seeing the city from this high. Very strange. So then this is the actual restaurant portion off to my right. And again, it's a full restaurant in Central Park Tower. Proper bar here with more of that onyx in the back. And then just that kind of classic New York feeling here. And views of Central Park. And there's even more. So back out into the hallway. At the very end here, this is your cigar lounge. And it actually smells like it gets some use. So here you can actually rent out, I believe, lockers in here to store your cigars. Temperature, humidity controlled in here. And then on this side, wow, you get the views of the Hudson, Central Park. But how insane is this? Like on top of everything, you have a restaurant, a ballroom, and a cigar lounge. Welcome to the lounge on the 14th floor. There's a lot to cover. Starting off to my right here with all these extra rooms. First off, this is the tween lounge. So a tween is what, like 11, 12, 13, 14, I'm not even sure. Tween lounge. You've got a big couch, flat screen, table in the back, books, what do they have? They call this the games room. Oh, you're gonna go that way. Oh, there we go. Back into the hallway here. This room, this is the conference room. In case you want it, you have it here. And then what's at the very end? Nothing. Service. So back through this hallway. This is actually the reception for the Central Park Club, which the maintenance costs of the building cover when you do live here. So off of the entrance, continuing into the lounge, we have a flat screen on the wall here, this beautiful built, and look how large this thing is. And again, continuing with that theme of the gold inlay around the door here, very sleek and sophisticated. On the other side here, you've got your pool table. And then behind the pool table, get a look at this. Welcome to your screening room in Central Park Tower that is the same size as a proper movie theater. And I love that they actually have a stage right in front of the screen. So if you are showing your Oscar award-winning film, cast and crew can come up here, say a few words about the piece. As far as the chairs, I mean, look how comfortable these are. I actually want to point this out too, Blake. Look at this. Every seat has built-in outlets here, so you can charge your phone while you're watching a movie. Of course, the soundproofing in here is probably better than any cinema in New York. This is even cool too, how this is raised up like this and how they have the inlaid lighting on this. I like that a lot. Damn, this is pretty crazy. So we're back into the billiards room, and now we're gonna go out to the fun stuff. So on the 14th floor, there's actually a garden. So like you have Central Park, but if you're feeling lazy, come on down to the 14th floor and look at this. Your own private garden here with, behind me, outdoor grill and kitchen with a bar hookup. You've got a fire pit over there, some modern art, and right off of your garden, we've got that morning light now blessing us down 57th Street, where you have your outdoor lap pool, which is totally empty right now. I would imagine that this pool gets more use than the indoor one, but I also love how you have stairs leading down on the side of the pool, not at the end. And then again, for reference, 57th Street right there. We were all the way up to the top of this building. Don't break your neck. So final thoughts on this building. I have to say it's been a pleasure to be able to share this with you, to share with you an experience that only the 0.001% gets to see in this world. I hope you're well watching this. I want you to comment down below, what do you think of Billionaires Row, this apartment? Also, if you're looking and you're in the market to buy a $150 million penthouse, all the links are down below to the agents and the developers. And with that, I will see you in the next episode.